Alright guys, so the following video is not sponsored whatsoever by this company. I purchased everything with my own money. I just wanted to play around a little bit and have some fun, but at the same time provide you guys a step-by-step solution to getting a nice and beautiful lawn if your lawn looks anything like this. So pretty much, apart from the herbicides, the fungicides, insecticides, yada yada yada, anything that has to do with soil amendments or fertilizers, I use the brand called Simple Lawn Solutions. Now I took the best of both worlds here. I did a little bit of DIY with the soil amendments and the NPK, and I put all my professional thoughts into how I'm going to attack this lawn and be very aggressive with it to get the results that I got. So here we are in day one. The lawn is full of weeds. If I had to give you a analysis and an idea of what I was dealing with in this lawn, let's say this lawn was probably about 40% weeds and 60% actual turf grass, which is St. Augustine. That's a pretty high percentage of weeds compared to turf. But I went ahead and I took this challenge and I got to where I am today. I'll reveal the final update to you guys, but you just gotta stick with me here. I want to give you guys all the steps that I took so you could implement it on your own. So my very first step here, I have steps 1 through 10 all dialed down for you guys, so if you want to follow along you can. I just want to caution you and give you a disclaimer. Every lawn is different. Everybody's dealing with something else. What may work for me may not work for you, but I still want to share my journey. All right, so step 1 was obviously put a preventative down and stop weeds from germinating. All right, you can't kill weeds and not put a preventative down. I don't care what time of the year it is, in my opinion. Others may justify it that it does matter or whatever, but if you're doing a complete blanket spray to kill stuff, I would think some sort of preventative, even if it's only working at 10%, can help. So that's where I'm getting at. All right, so step 1 was a preventative. I went ahead and I used prodiamine and sulfentrazone, both of these as a pre-emergent. Since I'm watering this all down, and again this lawn did not look healthy, nutrient deficient, I went ahead and I used 15-0-15 from Simple Lawn Solutions. I put that all in my mix. I did a complete blanket spray of the entire yard and watered everything in. Brings me to step 2. Now that I have some sort of preventative and some type of vapor barrier created, so new weeds, when they do come up, I'm not constantly fighting them. Now it's time to kill the weeds. Now you may hear this a lot. It's a phrase thrown around everywhere. A 3-way herbicide is usually what people do, and I mixed my own 3-way. It's not something that's common, but I mixed my own, and that 3-way consists of the following 3. Sulfentrazone, which can also be used as a post-emergent herbicide, as a weed killer. I used Celsius at the low rate, and then I also used MSM turf. All 3 of these in conjunction, sprayed it out there. Now Simple Lawn Solution also has a non-ionic surfactant. I went ahead and I used that as my sticking agent for my herbicides, just so I can use all of their products in the same line as much as I can, so I can give you guys a full detailed review at the end of this video. Let me get through all the steps first. Now step 3 is more of the same. It was the same as step 1. I put my second round of pre-emergent, which contained the same pre-emergents as before, also with that 15-0-15 fertilizer. Blanket sprayed the front yard, watered it in, and that was step 3. Step 4, again, more of the same thing. Blanket sprayed with my own creation of 3-way herbicide, the entire yard, and by this time, a week later, let me tell you guys, I think earlier I mentioned the turf was about 60% St. Augustine and 40% weeds. Well, let me tell you now, by this time, I probably had in that yard 10% weeds, and you know, the St. Augustine was still about 60-65%. Things were looking better. It's cold. It's not going to grow or spread aggressively yet. So now we're looking at about only 10% weeds in the entire yard. Everything started to die off. The weeds, not the grass, okay? So we're still talking winter here. Things are cold. Things are not really, moving around. So I took this opportunity to try out 2 different products. And the 2 products that I tried, which I personally enjoy using and I've used it a lot in my yard, is the 600 Lawn Energizer Fertilizer from Simple Lawn Solutions. I went ahead and I paired that with Simple Lawn Solutions Soil Loosener. Why did I use a soil loosener? Why didn't I use baby shampoo? It's cheaper. Why didn't I use Dawn soap? Because it's cheaper. Well, because again, I wanted to stick to their line of products. Now, the only reason that I used this was because there were certain areas that weren't draining correctly in the lawn. Rather, it was from irrigation or rainwater, right? And I'm not going to dig up this yard to look to see if there's rocks, to see if there's something there, or a tree root from the past, blah, blah, blah. I just went ahead and I used a soil loosener, so again, so I give you guys my honest opinion and thoughts there. And I mixed that with the 600, watered it in, and we're good to go. So that was step 5, step 6. So now we're going to step 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is where things begin to get interesting. Why? Because now we're in the middle of spring going into summer. Things want to grow, things want to move, and I want to get them aggressively there where I want them. So now we're utilizing a high nitrogen, which was the 2800 from Simple Lawn Solutions. We are also utilizing C-Hume from Simple Lawn Solutions. Me personally, I do not believe in humic acid. I don't trust it. I think it does absolutely nothing to the yard. Fulvic acid is debatable. I think that it works in conjunction to how you want it to work, if you use it properly. And sea kelp, I believe sea kelp or any type of sea, ingredient or chemical, I think that really works in a lawn. So with that being said, I used C-Hume from Simple Lawn Solutions. Also in that mix, I applied iron, their liquid iron in their brand as well. And I'll explain all 3 right now. So high nitrogen. Now I really want to kickstart things. I want things to start moving. I want things to start aggressively spreading. We're talking about a pound, maybe a little bit over a pound of nitrogen. I'm being very aggressive with the turf now. I want it to spread. I want it to grow. So 2800, just a little bit above its minimal recommended rates. Even if it was just by like half an ounce, I put that into my tank sprayer. C-Hume, as I mentioned, any type of sea product, sea kelp product, I believe, in my personal opinion, it works very well in turf. I think that helps get things moving, the microbes, the soil activity, things start picking up there too as well. So now I got my nitrogen and I got my soil amendment. And also I put in just a little bit of extra iron just for a little color pop. But Dan, why color pop? Because you still got a lot of bare spots to fill in. Shouldn't you worry about all that stuff first? Yes and no. See, the eye to me plays tricks on you. As a homeowner, if this was my house, yes, I know, oh my god, I don't have any more weeds. Oh, I'm dealing with bare spots that might put me a little bit down. But guess what? I know that the runners or the stolons are spreading. I could see it. I know that things are growing because I have to mow pretty much every week. And I know that I have one of the greenest lawns on the block because of the iron. So even though I feel a little bit down because I have bare spots in my lawn, I still get uplifted with these other 3 benefactors because I'm seeing results. So that's why I mix all 3 of those and I put them in that lawn. So as I mentioned, steps 7, 8, 9, and 10, they were all 3 the same. 2800, C-Hume, and the iron. Every 3 weeks I would put it into the lawn, and that was what I would use. let me give you my honest thoughts on Simple Lawn Solutions brand. So as a DIYer or somebody who just wants to generally get out there and start spraying things, this is the perfect way to start, to go, to spray, to test things out, you know, figure out what's 3,000 square feet, figure out what's 1,000 square feet, because if you go a little bit less and if you go a little bit heavy-handed, you will not damage anything and you will not cause any harm. So this is the perfect example as a DIYer's product. All right, for the general purpose of what I use this for in that lawn, it's a no-go, right? This lawn needs a very aggressive growing. It needs things to start, you know, rocking and rolling in the soil, in the plant tissue. I really need this to pick up and go so that the customer could be like, hey, I see a huge difference. I really enjoy it. Even though there is a difference now, but I could just imagine if I would have used more my professional NPK and soil amendments, things would look a lot better. Let's say now I have maybe a 75% growing compared to how I was before, which was 60%, right? And now things are at 75%. Well, with my professional stuff, I truly believe I would have been at least at 90% by now, 6 months. General upkeeping, perfect. Simple liquid that comes with a hose end connector, perfect. They only deal with liquid, there's no granular involved. So yeah, Simple Lawn Solutions is not too bad. So far from the products that I use, let me go down the list. The 15015, it worked pretty well. I have nothing bad to say about that. 600 is my favorite top of the line product that they have. I generally enjoy using it even in my lawn. That's probably number one in that list. Soil loosener, guys, as I mentioned before, baby shampoo, Dawn shampoo, all that stuff is a lot cheaper. It works the same, and you know, you don't necessarily need it. I just played around with it, but you don't necessarily need it. The non-ionic surfactant that Simple Lawn Solutions carries, I think it's a little bit pricey for non-ionic surfactant because you could get the same thing, probably even a bigger quantity size for maybe that price. And you know, if you want to stick to their line of products, it works. It did what it was supposed to do. I just find it just a little bit more pricier than getting a different one. The C-Hume, there's not any type of visual response you will see from the C-Hume. This is all working kind of underneath the soil, but you know, things are spreading, things, you know, soil looks nice and healthy. Was it the C-Hume? Was it not? I believe it was, just a little bit. You know, it plays a role in that. So I think C-Hume is pretty good compared to Root Hume and another Hume that they have there. C-Hume is actually their, you know, in that line of soil amendments, their cheapest product, and I think that will give you the most bang for your buck because I think that that generally works. And their 2800 nitrogen, you know what, it works. I can't say it doesn't. Is it my favorite? No, because I could get urea for probably the same price as that, and that's a 4600, you know, nitrogen. That would really get things going and moving and rocking and rolling compared to 2800. But you know, I would have to say for that one, that is a definite no for me. There's a lot cheaper options out there, more bang for your buck. So 2800, was it my favorite? No. Did I see results with it? Yes, I am not going to lie, I did see results with it. And the final thing I believe was the iron, the liquid iron. It was like 1% nitrogen. It was like a 100 or something like that, if I can remember correctly. Do I enjoy using that type of liquid iron? Guys, for that price, no. There's a lot cheaper options out there, just being straightforward and straight with you on that. But it did work. I did see a greener lawn. I did see a difference. There's just cheaper alternatives out there that you could use. Maybe they don't have that 1% nitrogen in it, but you know, it's liquid iron. It's pretty much what you're pretty much getting it for, the iron side, right? Anyways, that's it for this video. I think this is so freaking long. Thank you guys. Will I continue to use Simple Lawn Solutions for the next 6 months in this project lawn? No, I will not. I really want to get this lawn, get it to where I want it to be by the end of the year. I don't think Simple Lawn Solutions will get me there. As an upkeep, sure, But as right now, growing in, getting more turf grass and weeds, controlling weeds and all this stuff, it's not something that I would continue to use for the next 6 months. I just wanted to try it as a little experiment. Like I said, it worked. It didn't give me great results to where I want it right now, but it did work. I can't say anything bad about that. So with that being said, guys, everything is linked down in the description of this video, steps 1 through 10, everything that I used. Feel free to click on any of those links if you're interested in buying any of these products. They are affiliated of mine. I do gain a percentage if you choose to use my link. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a very small, crappy percentage, but hey, it helps the channel out. Just being that honest with you guys up front. Apart from that, thank you guys for watching this video and for watching this 6-month update. This experiment was fun, and I'm still going to continue to have fun because I still got some progress that I see needs to be made. All right, guys. Peace.